What's good? What's good? What is good, family? This is RawTruth Media giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Peace and blessings, peace and love to everyone who supports RawTruth Media. Make sure to like and share. I repeat, like and share this video throughout all social media platforms. There's a lot that I'm going to say. The first thing I want to point out, congratulations to the Charlotte Hornets for getting a much needed win over an improved Atlanta Hawks team. They needed this win. But I'm going to talk about the particulars. I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room. And before I do that, let me read some of the comments. Anthony King, peace and blessings, brother. He says, salute DJ. Ollie Payne, day one supporter. Salute to you. The lovely Macrina Danielle. She says, yes, DJ. Hello to you. Hello to you as well. Share this video on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. And if you follow me on Twitter, tag me in the when you're sharing it as well to let them know that I'm here. Now, the first half, LaMelo was off. He was not in this game. And I'm going to tell you the reason why he was off his game. I'm not going to make any excuses for LaMelo. Even when you have an adverse situation, you have to step up. That's what stars do. But one thing about LaMelo Ball, and Brother Bartran brought it up on Twitter. LaMelo Ball, he seems to play his best in the second half when things are going wrong for him. I usually get on Terry Rozier, especially Gordon Hayward. But Terry Rozier stepped up tonight. He shot a whopping 8 for 12 free throws. Now, he was 7 for 16 on field goals, but in totality, he had 24 points. And he had a plus 14 plus minus. He had also 6 assists and 5 rebounds. All of the stats that Terry Rozier had was needed. Mark Williams had the highest plus minus. He had plus 19. 13 points, 15 rebounds, 3 steals, a block. This brother was a menace, and I'm not surprised because Mark Williams, I saw the potential. Mark Williams was the only young guy throughout the years LaMelo Ball has been a Hornet that seemed to find his niche. He didn't have to have LaMelo around to have his success. When LaMelo was injured, Mark Williams stepped up. And I saw that dog then, and I'm seeing that dog now. The Hornets being able to draft Mark Williams is one of their best moves they made besides drafting LaMelo Ball, of course. Now, I still wish they would have drafted Duren earlier. You could have paired Jalen Duren with Mark Williams, and it just brings you a lot of depth. But they already made the move, so they're going to move on from that. Gordon Hayward. Now, he had 10 points, but he was effective. He wasn't ball hogging. He had 7 assists. He wasn't taking up a bunch of shots. He shot 4 from 8. And if Gordon Hayward does that, I'm not going to complain. If Gordon Hayward's sharing the ball, letting LaMelo run this team, and LaMelo did run this team, he took a lot of shots. He could have taken more. He didn't take the most because he was off. Speaking of LaMelo shot 4 for 15, 4 from 11 for 3. He did shoot 3 for 4 free throws. And LaMelo was just off on his shot. He was off on his 3-point shot. And speaking of threes, I thought he shot too many threes. He shot more threes than taking it up to the basket. And y'all know me. Y'all been listening to me for years. I said it with Lonzo. I don't like when guards just settle for the 3-point shot. I would rather have him be creative in the paint He's a tall point guard. He has a floater game. He's developing a mid-range game. And you're starting to see they're going to give him a call here and there if he just attacked the basket effectively. But there was something bothering LaMelo Ball. There was something that was just affecting his performance. Luckily, they got the win. Luckily, LaMelo showed up in the second half doing the little things right. But that interview that LeVar Ball had on Vlad TV, I didn't hear it until I say before the game, an hour or two before the game. And I'm not here to belittle fathers. I'm not here to do none of that. I'm just giving my opinion. When LeVar said what he said about Jermaine Jackson, number one, that just threw me off. Because in my opinion, Jermaine Jackson has been God sent to this family. If Jermaine Jackson did not come through and create a plan for LaMelo Ball, he probably would not have been a top 3 pick. There was a lot going against LaMelo. It was a lot of uh, outside influence that didn't want LaMelo to get drafted, that wanted him to fail. And it just, y'all know how LaMelo looks up to JJ. That's what he call him, Jermaine Jackson. Um, I could just see it from his body language. This is my opinion. It threw him off. And when you go to Vlad TV, when you say certain things, it kind of, now the other interviews, it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me at all. It's just LeVar being LeVar. But that one with Jermaine Jackson, when he talked about how he really didn't like Jermaine Jackson, despite all he has done for LaMelo, all he has done for the family, that weighed in heavily on LaMelo. You saw, I can't, I mean, that's just how I feel on the situation. But, man, brother was off that first half, man. And once he started to make his first three, meaning LaMelo Ball, you started to see him just relax. Uh, you started to see LaMelo be in his groove. And that's what I wanted to see from him. I just wanted to see him have fun and not worry about things being said and all that. You can only control what you can control. And playing basketball, the good thing about playing basketball, getting a win feels damn good to get a win. Now, this was a good start by the Hornets to get their first win of the season against the Atlanta Hawks. A lot of teams picked the Hawks to win that game. Peace and blessings to Sandra Lang. She's been a subscriber for years. She says, LeVar should let it be now. Let the boy be happy. Again, for those who are listening, this is not a, anti-LeVar video, none of that stuff. I'm just saying that part on the interview where he threw shots at Jermaine Jackson, who you all know is LaMelo's mentor, who you all know has played in the NBA. It affected LaMelo in that first half. I don't care who tells me otherwise. It affected him. The thing he mentioned about Jermaine Jackson, do you know that every single manager does that? There's side money that you can get for your AU teams, uh, for your entourage. Everyone does that. So when LeVar said he didn't like that JJ was doing that was puzzling because I was thinking like everybody does that in the agent world. not agent role, but like your manager, they're gonna get a cut. And I don't think LaMelo had a problem with that because of the money I mean, damn, the contract money he got from Puma, the contract that he has with the Hornets, he's so set for life. He wasn't even. I bet you he wasn't tripping over that. Marquina says, "Wow, Melo needs to let these negative build, you know, and not interfere with his ability. This win should motivate him to go higher. It should. This win that the Hornets have, it's a reminder to LaMelo. All that matters is your inner circle in basketball. Because I'm gonna tell you what basketball does to a young mind. Basketball frees you mentally. If you're an athlete, by the way, from the adverse situations that happen behind the scenes, basketball is a safe haven for young adults, even older. Basketball is a gateway to prepare for your future, no matter what it is, even after the game. That's why these athletes play so hard right now. They're trying to not only um, take care of themselves, but take care of those that care, so they don't have to suffer or have a better life. Dom34 says, "Smash the like button." Yes, smash the like button. He also points out, RawTruth Media, long time no see, checking in. Peace and blessings, brother. Good to have you. So when I heard that interview, I knew, and I talked to Bartra, and I talked to a couple people. I said, LaMelo may be off in this game. LaMelo may be off in this game for the shooting. I let it know. I let it be known on Twitter as well that LaMelo was going to be off in this game, shooting wise, because of that. When you're distracted, it's hard to stop. It is hard to stop because you're thinking about so many factors. You're thinking about uh, how bad a situation looks. And before I go on, because I'm cooking right now, you're getting the best version of RawTruth Media tonight. I want you all to hit this like button to get it to 40 likes. If you just checked in, hit the like button. Let's get it to 40 likes, and then 50, then 100. And I failed to mention, and I should have mentioned this, Brandon Miller. You have to be real. Brandon Miller came through in the clutch. Brandon Miller played 25 minutes but had 13 points. I'll repeat that. Brandon Miller had 13 points in 25 minutes. He came off the bench. He made clutch threes, clutch shots overall. He was sensational, man. And could you imagine the stats that Brandon Miller would have had if, you know what I'm saying, if he would have started? Man, I give credit where credit's due. Because y'all remember this summer, it wasn't like I was against Brandon Miller, and some people know my stance on it. During the draft, people asked me who should the Hornets draft, and I said the best prospect. Okay, the best prospect was Scoot Henderson, so draft him or trade the pick. That's what I said. The people who didn't know basketball were sensitive. The people that did know basketball but like Brandon Miller, they said, "Oh, they prefer Brandon Miller," but they saw my point. And that's all I was talking about. But I also pointed out after the draft, I would like to see Brandon Miller starting because I did not want to see two undersized guards. Even though um, Terry Rozier is a talented guard, he's really best suited as a six-man role. and he, meaning Terry Rozier, is not known for playing defense. So I wanted Brandon Miller to start going forward because if you put a backcourt with LaMelo, who's 6'8", and then Brandon Miller at the two, who's 6'7", 6'8", I don't know why they say 6'7". He looked taller than that. Shoot, Brandon Miller look like he's 6'9", to be honest. That would have been an effective lineup. And then Terry Rozier coming off of the bench, as well as Gordon Hayward coming off the bench. That's firepower. So I was thinking about a winning formula. It was not just start Brandon Miller because he's a second round pick, but he fits with LaMelo's game. The fact that Brandon Miller can get 13 points in 25 minutes without playing iso ball. Y'all saw that? He wasn't stat padding. Uh, Dom 34 says Brandon Miller would be fine. Someone said Melo. So what's Melo's stats? So LaMelo had 15 points, 10 assists. So he had a double-double, 6 rebounds. He did shoot 4 for 15 overall and 4 for 11 on 3, but he also played 31 minutes and had a +7 plus minus. LaMelo was going through a lot, as you can see, but he persevered. And I don't think LaMelo going forward would have more bad shooting games like that. Let me read some more of these comments. Douglas Golden Child, peace and blessings. He says, salute DJ Raw Uncut Truth. Great win. Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo did good. Brandon Miller played well tonight. And you notice something about Brother Douglas when he said LaMelo played good. You may hear that and say, wait a minute, but LaMelo shot 4 for 15. But the adverse situation, man, y'all don't understand. Not you guys listening, but the outsiders. The outside, the people that's just seeing all this. Personal distractions can alter your game. And what LaMelo showed me is, and especially in the second half, no matter what was going on, he was all business. He was a dog. He was a dog, man. And he wanted that win. Dom 34 says, facts, DJ. Darius Ewing says, facts. But they may do that in the middle of the season. Yeah, Brandon Miller may start in the middle of the season. You can see his potential. And Brandon Miller has so far, because I don't want to put unrealistic expectations on Brandon Miller, but he has impressed me on the way that he's just, man, the offense comes to him so easily. Catching and shooting, he got counters here and there. And it's amazing that a player drafted that high on this Hornets team can get his spots, get his shots without ball hogging. Let the church say amen. Douglas Golden Child says, you are right, DJ. Brandon Miller should be starting, period. And Terry Rozier had a great game. Terry Rozier had 25 points. But I just want the 3-and-D player, the long forward guard playing next to LaMelo Ball, like Ann James said, 6'9", doing that. And your defense improves. And it doesn't have to, and then LaMelo doesn't have to exert so much energy on defense. You got a long front court. I'm just telling you what works. And it takes nothing against Terry Rozier. He stepped up. All those 20 plus points came when it needed. But 6-man Terry Rozier sounds a lot better. 6-man Gordon Hayward sounds a lot better than the starting lineup they have right now. Again, good win, but we must state the truth of what this team could be. Because those who are listening to this stream, who are Hornet fans or LaMelo fans, what do you want? A low A seed? Or do you want the Hornets to have a great seed? I want the Hornets to have a great seed. This is a starting lineup I would have if I was coaching the Hornets. Point guard, LaMelo Ball. Shooting guard, guard forward, whatever it was, shooting guard, Brandon Miller. The three, I would put Miles Bridges when he comes back at the three. The four, PJ Washington. And then the five, the obvious answer at center, Mark Williams. You can't tell me that lineup is not deadly. LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller at the two, Miles Bridges at the three, PJ Washington at the four, and Mark Williams at the five. I'm gonna tell you what that starting lineup's gonna do when they do this. The defensive rating will jump. The rebounds will increase. There will be more steals and blocks because of the long length. That will make you see that lineup I just mentioned? That's the blueprint. And who is a team that has won a championship that follows that long lineup? Oh, I know a team. The Denver Nuggets. Let, let that sizzle in your spirit right now. The Denver Nuggets. But this will be like Denver. Without a Jokic, of course. No one's like Jokic. But this will be like a Denver, but more athletic. And that will make the Hornets become one of the tallest teams in the NBA. I told y'all this was gonna be a good stream, man. I told y'all we got brother Bartrand that pulled up. I'm going to send a link for those who want to join the stream. Uh, this has been a really exciting discussion. It's really good when the Hornets win, I tell you. So I just sent the link in the stream for those who want to join. Shout out to brother Bartrand. Bartrand said he likes that lineup, man. I want someone to do me a favor. Can you guys post the lineup? Because I'm talking right now, of course. Post the lineup that I mentioned with LaMelo Ball at the point, Brandon Miller at the two, Miles Bridges at the three, PJ at the four, and Mark Williams at the five. I want someone to make that, post that on there so I can pin it. Because that's the lineup that's going to take that lineup that I mentioned. I've talked to other basketball coaches throughout this off season about that lineup. And they all agree. And they're not just saying it because they cool with me. They all agree. That's the lineup that will take the Hornets to the next level. And Brandon Miller, and I'm pretty fair with Brandon Miller. I'm pretty fair with him. I admit, and he is proving me wrong because he could score more than I thought he would. Brandon Miller will be able to score more points if he's a starter. That's pretty obvious from this game. And he won't get in the way. And it takes nothing away from Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier, but their time has come as being starters. They just need to be veterans that come off the bench and be a microwave. Score points. Douglas Goldenchild points out LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller play great together. Well said, DJ. You cooking tonight, brother. Oh, man. It's just getting started. Let me post that lineup for the family. Douglas just pointed this out. LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, PJ Washington, Mark Williams. Oh, my God. That lineup right there, that lineup will change the fortunes of the Charlotte Hornets. This ain't fan speak. I'm speaking. This is truth speak. That's the difference. I had someone message me on inbox. They said I sound a lot happier on this stream. Of course, when the Hornets win, and you have a young talent in Brandon Miller who's showing signs of growth. I have a lot to be happy for. I'm not really too disappointed of LaMelo's bad first half shooting wise because I expected that. I expected that, man. I expected that. Ollie Payne says same thing. Melo, Miller, Miles, PJ, Mark Williams. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. That's the lineup right there. That's the lineup. Let's get the likes up as well. Let's get the likes up as well. If anyone wants to give their opinion and join the stream, here's the link. Don't be afraid to come on. The thumbnail is going to be in the background, so you don't have to be worried about if they see you or not. This is a civilized basketball chat. And yeah, just like Douglas Goldenchild pointed out, everyone hit the like button. Everyone hit the like button. Everyone hit the like button. And speak of the homie, we have Chief Bartran in the building. What's good, my brother?
What's good, Red? What's good? Lord have mercy.
Oh, yeah. uh,
I didn't mean
due
to
to
say
technical due to technical difficulties, we're gonna
that. I pulled the damn Shannon Sharp. God damn. Oh, I'm sorry. This is your platform, Rev. Damn. Okay. It's been too long, DJ.
It's all good, man. It's all good, man.
It's been a long time since I've been on this platform. Too long. So it's an honor, man. Just give you flowers right quick. This is the first platform I jumped on to talk sports. And through this platform, I went on and created mine, but it started here. This is all the paths to everyone else doing what they're doing. It started here on this platform. So it's an honor, man, that that you would let me come up, and everything. So I'm good.
Appreciate that, man. And that's one thing. The great things about YouTube, it has its negatives at times, but the positives is that we all can grow, each and every one of us. And that's what platform I'm trying to create. That's what platform you're trying to create, and you're doing a great job. If you haven't noticed, Chief Bartran's channel is growing at a rapid rate for someone who's really just, you know, getting into this game and creating content in their channel. So I'm paying attention, brother. You're doing a great job. Oh yeah, and Macrina, Coach Joe's doing well. He's just been busy lately, but he will come back on the stream in due time. He just been busy, but he tunes in and pays attention to the content, and we talk almost every day. So Coach Joe, he definitely will be back. If he was on this stream today, he would be excited. I tell you that. But Bartran, uh, Brandon Miller, he showed me a lot in this game.
Yes.
And he showed me that he's a dog. And he played, 25 minutes and had 13 points. Can you imagine if he was a starter?
Yes. Yes. I think eventually that's going to happen. I think he's too good to keep on the bench.
Yes.
He's too good. He's too good. And I think that Gordon Hayward's days of being a starter are over with anyway, and he needs to take more of his role needs to take more of a back seat. Now, there's a lot of money tied up into Gordon, but that's not, that was Mitch's mistake. You don't hold back talent when your GM make a mistake. Brandon Miller plays, there's a lot of concern about Brandon Miller. And also, while I'm here, let me just say this because I want to tweet it out. There were people who doubted Brandon Miller. Outside the Hornets, that's whatever that is. But within the Hornet fan base, there was doubt about Brandon Miller. So what I'm hoping is that if there's still any doubt, that tonight all that doubt is removed. Unite behind your rookie. You know, Scoot is important. Unite around your rookie. And if there are individuals who are looking to say, I had doubts, but I like what he's doing, there should never be an energy like, well, you're over there, so stay over there. No, not for the Charlotte Hornet fan base, not for anyone who is interested in Charlotte's success. Those those are the types of toxic games, DJ, that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? No,
Mm-hmm.
this team needs all the support it can get from wherever it can get it from. And if the fan base and others through Brandon Miller's play are saying, yes, I had doubts at first. I wanted Scoot or some other player, but now Brandon is really, I really have been, my eyes have been open about Brandon. Then they should be free to come through and cheer for their team and cheer for this Hornets team, DJ. No, I just want to say that. That's I'm going to have to get on my soapbox about that. I'm going to stay on it for a while.
No, you said nothing wrong, brother, and that's right. Even um, I had a more realistic approach, as you know.
Yes,
After Brandon Miller was drafted, I pointed out that even though I had Scoot as the better prospect, that was before the draft. It was nothing personal. I'll say draft the best player or trade the pick. That's what I said before the draft. But once the selection happened, I actually did point out that since you have him as the number 2 pick, you have to start him and have Gordon Hayward as well as Terry Rozier come off the bench to be spark plugs and also veteran leadership. Both things, those things can happen, and when that happens, I truly believe that you will get a Hornets team that can be better than what some people have thought. There was people that didn't even think they would win this game tonight.
right.
So uh, Brandon Miller, the clutch shots he made in this game,
Yes,
that was
already.
something, man. That was something. I
And
said to myself, bro,
mm,
what was you gonna say,
go ahead.
brother?
Man, I'm just saying,
No,
this is, and this is just game one, right?
right.
So he's feeling it. He's still feeling it out, DJ. You know, pause. You have to be careful.
Oh
He's
yeah.
still, he's he's still figuring out his role. He's still figuring out where he fits. He's still trying to see when to assert himself, when not to. These things come with play, and as he continues to get more seasoning, things will be more natural and he won't overthink the game. You know, there were times when even I was listening. There were times when there was a thought that he could have shot the ball. He passed. That comes from some of that comes, I think, from you know overthinking the game sometimes, or feeling like he may try to do too much. But I like the energy he brought in from the bench. I like that energy. I like that he was assertive, and there was talk about him not hitting 3 pointers. So he corrected that this evening, and he had an overall very solid game for the first game as a rookie. First game, he didn't look lost. He looked like a deer in headlights. So it can only go up for Brandon Miller.
No doubt. And I got the Pope D Frank in the building. What's good, my brother?
DJ, RawTruth, Brother
No,
Train, the chef. What's going on,
What's
family?
up, Pope? It's good to hear from you, brother. Always, always.
Likewise, you might not like to hear what I got to say though, because you know I got to bring truth to this situation. I can't stand you niggas, man. I
hey,
can't stand.
hey,
I love y'all to death, but
before you
I,
go on,
yeah,
I gotta say this. I gotta say this. There's one thing I respect about you. You're gonna stand on your opinion no matter what. Uh, And I have a feeling you're gonna mention consistency, right? Because that's one thing I did not bring up. Brandon Miller, he has games where he's all world, but it's the games when he's off. And the next step for him is when it's off, what else is he going to contribute? That's what I want to see going forward. But yeah, you could cook, my brother.
Okay, man, appreciate it. I wasn't even gonna bring that up, but that is a good point that you just brought up. I'm gonna bring up the actual game he had tonight. I could have scored every point Brandon Miller scored tonight. Swear to goodness, he all his shots is wide open for somebody creating for him, and he's sitting there wide open. He just knocked his shots down tonight, unlike he has done for the last 8 months since March Madness. He knocked his shots down tonight, and why it looked good because it was timely, it was important shots at the end of the game when the game is tight. So it made it look even better. But the lob that he caught for Melo, any nigga who can dunk, catch that lob. It's nothing special. The 3 pointers that he hit tonight, any nigga who can shoot can hit that. What I noticed is every time he put the ball on the floor, he can't take more than 2 dribbles before he got to pick that bitch up and pass it. I said, this nigga trash. He still cannot get to nowhere on the court by himself. He can't play make for nobody. Still, he's a defensive liability out there for sure. He's a defensive liability. Niggas go right around him, do whatever you want. He's a deer in headlights, like Brother Trump saying he wasn't. No, he was on defense, and he's a turnover machine. That's why you talking about people say pick his spots. He's smart. No, he can't do anything else. Because if he put the ball on the floor, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna get took. If he try to play make by himself, 9 times out of 10, he gonna turn the ball over. So I've seen exactly what I've been saying is he's a player that he can stand in the corner, be open, and he might knock down some open threes. Hell, damn near anybody in the NBA who plays the wing can do that on any given night. So it was nothing. I seen nothing that was impressive once again from Brandon Miller. Tell me I'm lying. All his shots was the easiest baskets. I mean, Brother Train could have hit those. DJ, you could have hit those. I mean, come on now.
Hey, hey, brother, man. You play basketball, and I definitely respect your basketball expertise. But what I'm judging Brandon Miller on is just, he's a rookie. And I just wanted to see a couple of things that he did, no matter if he's open or not. I tell you that one shot, if he didn't hit that, they wouldn't have changed the momentum of the game. That shot that Brandon Miller hit changed the momentum. The Hawks probably would have won because when Brandon Miller hit that shot in that corner, the energy just switched. And then
Oh
you
yeah,
start to
yeah.
see the Hornets uh, um, just make a run. Uh, but I think one thing is clear. I think you want Brandon Miller to do well. I think you want to see more from him because everybody else is saying, "Oh, he's the next Paul George," and that's a big comparison because Paul George got a bag so crazy, it's unbelievable at 6'9". So you want to see what everybody is talking about, and that's understandable. But what I was just talking about is the winning plays. I didn't want to be too harsh on Brandon Miller, Pope, because if I'm doing that, then I'm not being fair to him as a rookie.
Correct.
And as a rookie, he made winning plays. It wasn't perfect all the time. He had some loose turnovers here and there, yeah. But as a rookie, he did what he needed to do. The next step is for him to take the game to another level, especially consistency, and to take that starting spot. But he has to do more. But I'm glad that you're tough on him, so he
Yeah,
can show what he can have in Bartram. What you got to that?
No, I don't really have anything to add to it. Like I said, I was satisfied with his game. I thought when he was open, he did hit the shots. I mean, the three wasn't dropping in the preseason. He hit it. He did hit them, you know. And I think one of the things, which is why I was happy about the Ish Smith signing, is right now, Brandon Miller, right now, I think from what I'm seeing until later on, is that he needs a good point guard with him, right? To set him up for those shots and everything. He is not right now, he is not a number one option. You know, he's not number two. Right now, he's gonna fit in, he's gonna get in where he fit in on this team. Especially when you got Terry, you got PJ, all these other ones ahead of him, right? I think that him being open because of their activity and him being available to hit those shots, I think is good for right now. Now as his game evolves and grows, if it does, then he can make it necessary for Gordon or Terry to be moved, you know. But right now, for a rookie, I think he did good. He was open, he hit his shots. And at this point, that's all you can ask for him now until he goes into his, until he grows into his game. It's not going to happen for everybody at once. He's not Victor. I don't have that type of expectations of him. So I was satisfied with his game. I was very satisfied with it. And everything. So he
and let
can
me
go
say
from there.
this too, brother Bartrand. I have to let this Brandon McClooney. I get it. You're a Brandon Miller fan, but in here in this channel, man, everybody has different opinions. Man, doesn't mean they're haters. I just think that uh, Pope has an expectation that's different than some of his fans, and he has the right to have that opinion. The good thing about this channel, everyone can disagree, but you see, we're not acting like buffoons just because we disagree. Uh, the Pope made basketball points. I made basketball points, and Bartram made basketball points. How we see the game, so it doesn't have to be no damn Jerry Springer on these damn
No,
streams. You know what I'm saying?
right. And see, my point is this. Like, I know everybody happy. I'm even happy because he helped in that fourth quarter win the game. As far as them timely baskets, them was
Right.
timely buckets. So yeah, that's smooth. But his game is still lame. Like I'm watching them play. I'm like, bro, you really can't do nothing with the ball. Like he dribbled the ball two times. He get caught up. He can't do nothing with the ball. So I'm like, dude, you the number two pick. You're not even a Duncan Robinson type of guy yet. Like, yeah, you hit them. Luckily, you hit them timely buckets in the fourth, and you got the lob. But like I say, I need my number two player to do better than that. He just going spotting up in the corner, like we used to say for Lonzo. If his three ain't falling, he ain't balling. And that's the same thing I'm seeing with Miller. If that three don't fall, he really only got 2 points type stuff. Like, dude, like, can you do something else? Can you get to the line? You 6'9". How many times he get to the line? Not once. And that's Brandon Miller, soft as Dr. Cotton. So I'm just speaking the truth. Like, he didn't show me nothing that I didn't already think. Yeah, can he hit shots, open shots? Yes, I can hit those shots like straight up. Anybody who can hoop, who hoop and can shoot a little, you open, you can knock those threes down. So luckily they knocked down, but just like you said earlier, DJ, when I came in, the consistency. Because next game, I'm sure nobody trusts that he just gonna keep knocking shots down. The boy been off for the longest, so he had a good 3-point shooting game or two in the summer league, and he had a bunch of bad 3-point shooting games in the summer league. He all preseason he shot bad, so it's like a relief for you Brandon Miller fans out there. Like, oh, he hit his shots, and it was in the fourth quarter. Oh, he played great. No, he didn't. He didn't. Knock it off.
Hey, but Pope, you can see what I'm saying. Even Bartrand pointed out. Like, we're not saying that Brandon Miller had an all NBA, all time performance as a rookie. Um, it's just that it's with rookies, and I remember Coach Joe would even say this about rookies. He will always say that he judged rookies differently. It's always bit by bit because the process of the game and and what comes with the game, uh, the ups, the downs, the adversity, the when a play doesn't go through, when you're running the wrong play, but do you still make the play that wins the game? You know, those little things. But you have somebody, Rap God, he said he agrees with you. Now,
I
when you
mean,
say the
mhm.
moves, the counters, because we talked about this in the offseason about he needs to do certain counters and it's faster moves. You do have a point on that, but shoot, for this game, man, I got to be honest with you, man. Yeah, he was open because he's not, the go-to guy on offense. But they don't win this game if he didn't make the certain shots.
Yeah, yeah, you can say that, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I mean, to a certain extent, like if Cody, like, come on, man. Yeah, he made them shots, and it was good. It wasn't like he brought them back from being down a deficit. They was winning when he was on the bench. Hawks made a little run. They came back, tied the ball game up. He came in the game. He hit his open 3 pointers. He didn't do nothing really that like, oh, he Brandon Miller time and he taking over type stuff. No, it wasn't that. He played within himself. It made the buckets but he went out the game 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Like, come on. Like, I understand people want to give him his flowers, but that's
Mhm.
the key to me is, bro, we passed up on Scoot Henderson for you. You just a player. Like, dude, you just in the corner open. Okay, knock them down. Can I trust that you're gonna continue to do that? Like, you're gonna be consistent? No, I can't trust that. So I'm taking it with a grain of salt. Good, you did that timely fashion, and it helped keep the Hornets right there above the Hawks. But yeah, you didn't bring the Hornets back from being down a deficit like we didn't seen LaMelo do. You didn't do nothing special at all. Now, I'm not saying he need to have a worldly type of game, his first game, but I'm like, show us something. He still has yet to show me any hitting open shots. And okay, like, okay, my guy. So what? You hit open shots. Can you play basketball besides just hit open shots? And you has yet to proven that he can hoop.
And let me point this out before I have Brother Bartrand go on. So it was like, shoot, in the in the fourth quarter, it was like 94-90, after Brogdon's three. What happens after that? Brandon Miller hits,
That's when he hit
the
that
jump
three to
shot.
bring him to one.
And then around, like, it was like when it was, they needed another basket. It was like 95-93. He hit a shot again. So those are timely shots. And then at the 4-minute mark, y'all saw it too. He hit a three that got them the lead 101-99. Now, Rap God, you all right. PJ having a breakout game is the top number one reason they won it. If he doesn't have that game, they don't win this game. But what Brandon Miller did in the closing minutes, man, that was timely. That was right on what you call right on time.
Mark Williams too. Mark
Mark
Williams,
Williams was dominant,
LaMelo.
double
Yeah,
double.
correct. LaMelo, all around game.
Uh
Like,
huh.
but even Melo was tripping in the first half. So he
Oh,
he was like the third wheel of winning this game or helping the Hornets win this game. First is PJ, then it's Mark, then it's Terry, and then I get LaMelo, then Gordon Hayward, and your boy Miller can get thrown in the mix. But like, it's like Slat left a comment. He won us the game. I'm like, man.
no, I
I'm
had a lot.
so,
He
I'm
was the
like,
main
come
reason.
on, man.
Hey, I would have asked y'all this, man. I know some people are a little touchy about it. I watched that Vlad interview with LeVar, and trust me, I'm not trying to complain about LeVar, man. I'm really not. But I knew before then. I said, man, this is gonna be a tough shooting game for LaMelo. I said it like to myself, and lo and behold, it happened,
Yeah.
man. Can y'all talk about just what that did to affect LaMelo's psyche in that first half, man, because he had to be thinking about it. You know, he adores and respects Jermaine Jackson.
You know, when Vlad asked him that question, all LeVar had to say was, "That's something my son is handling. Next question." That's it.
So what now? Put me up on game because I don't watch LeVar talk about nothing no more.
Yo, Vlad is slow. Vlad, you know, Vlad had an interview with LeVar Ball.
Know that
Right?
part. Mm-hmm.
And you know how Vlad does these things. He'll slow drip the interview. He'll cut it up and slow drip it. You know what I'm saying? The full interview you got to pay for, but he'll slow drip the interview and he'll cut out certain parts of the interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he dropped today on NBA opening night. Vlad chose to drop today a question that he asked LeVar about a issue on court about a certain, I guess, a deal that's supposed to be made with Nike that ended up going to Puma, and supposedly Jermaine, the girl, the one who set up the deal, Jermaine kind of moved her out the way, and he ended up setting up the deal with Puma. Well, all this madness, you know. So LeVar began to speak on that, and then he kind of, you know, made allusions to, you know, Jermaine is manipulating my son. His hand is in his pocket. He's making money off my son. All that madness. So yeah. So when that type of thing drops, the way it dropped, right? And I saw it and heard about it. I was like, oh man, this is not the time for this, you know? And so LaMelo Ball tends to be a second half player anyway. He's had games like this where he looks crappy in the first half, and then he comes to life in the second half. That's just what his game is. You know, he has
from time to time.
From time to time,
that ain't what his game is, but from time to time,
he does have it. You know, so usually if he has a bad first half, he'll tend to come back and have a good second half. But to DJ's question, you know. And I kind of spoke to this on my live stream yesterday or the day before on some other things that came out, you know. And so my thing is, relax. You're in your state. Sit back and let your boys cook. You don't have to go to every interview. And if you go to an interview, you should come by the streams of the individuals who have supported you and have rode for you all these years. There's no way that he should be on Vlad without passing by Flight's channel, without passing by AB the Hero, without passing by Ball Facts. Either way, because those channels in particular have rode for him, have taken hits for him. You know what I'm saying? You know, they've had him on before, but from his mouth, he said those will be his mouthpieces. So I was disappointed, number one, because there's nothing good that comes out of Vlad. That's my thought on Vlad. I don't like Vlad TV, you know. So I thought, so this right here becomes a distraction over the Puma deal, a distraction over someone who has tremendously helped LaMelo get to where he is, regardless of whatever the differences are. Handle that behind the door. Your son is a growing face of this league. He has his own shoes. He has his own brand. He is literally following your footprint to the letter, with the exception he's decided to do it his way because LaMelo Ball wants to see himself in this, even though I'm sure he has a great deal of love and respect for his father and Jermaine. But this tit for tat, you know, I don't like seeing that tit for tat, bro. You know, and that's just my thought on it. You know, these views are expressed by Bartram, not DJ or Pope. So, you know, if anyone has anything to say about it, just meet me on my channel. We can talk on my channel.
Well, now that you have enlightened me, let me share my thoughts about this. So, of course, LaMelo has, to me, I think he's had a rocky. That's my opinion. I think he's had a rocky relationship with his pops ever since he left the BBB.
Yes,
and it continues on. and he tried to get back. It's my pops. He just tried to help his little ugly little slides, them little space shoe slides. He tried to promote, and LaMelo said, "Hey, I'm gonna put the little LaFrance on near here in the 101 and the MB whoopty wop," and Puma took that shit down immediately. No, you're not. Don't even lie to yourself. And he probably, LeVar thought he got a little upset. Oh, you gonna let them? Yeah, man, they running the show. This is why I told you, son, you need your own ownership, nigga. I actually do. They just don't rock with you in this BBB situation. He still got Alan Foster all on. Doing interviews talking about how he's suing the hell out of y'all still. So yeah, we don't want to associate ourselves with that off-brand that's going on. And yeah, even though that's your dad. And LaMelo and respected, as you see, he just dropped his casual of friends with the Puma. Woo, them things is cold. Order mine soon.
Yes.
But I don't think Melo lets those type of things affect him. I had him scoring 15 points. I caught that on flights. I had him 15-point triple double. He didn't quite get to the triple double, but he came close. But he did get the 15 points that I thought he would have, because I know how Melo do. Like, he try to rush it in the first half, especially first game of the season. He want to come out. I figure he gonna want to come out and try to do a little too much. And then he settled his cell phone down. Even Clifford settled him down because he put him in like 3 minutes left in the second quarter. And then Melo had about two bad turnovers, two bad shots. He set him right. Come on, sit back down just for a minute because you're rushing yourself. And they went into halftime like, okay, let me get it together. And once he seen that first one fall, then Melo was on with the shot. But it's just now what it's going to do is more so. I don't think it affected his game, but I think it's going to affect his relationship that he probably was just trying to rebuild with his pops. Because I know they wasn't speaking for a minute because he had a problem with the girlfriend situation for a while and all of that type of stuff, and they wasn't speaking for a minute. And he probably just tried to get back with him because we know he was just at the Baller State trying to promote them ugly old slides. Uh, but now when you do something like this, LeVar, now your son, oh, see, this is why I don't fuck with you, Pops. This is exactly why I don't rock with you. How you gonna talk about the man that made all of this possible and elevated my game on a professional level? And I got drafted number 2. I mean 3 overall. I just, yeah, that's LeVar for you.
And again, just letting everybody know, everybody has a different opinion. Duchess says, "Stop talking about his family. It's all lies. Y'all spilling." No one's telling the lie because it was on Vlad TV. First of all, my sister. So there's no lie when somebody else posts the interview. I didn't make LeVar say that stuff on the interview. Pope didn't do it. Barger didn't make him say that. It's on Vlad TV. Uh,
By his mouth.
they, it's never a lie when somebody who actually says it tells their truth. That's a bar right there. I'm gonna let that sizzle. I'm gonna let that sizzle real quick. But again, let me tell you who I am. I'm the one DJ. I'm the one in 2019 making Ether and Michelle Beadle and LeVar haters. So I've been around here a long time before a lot of people, a lot of big channels.
Yeah.
But when I see something wrong, I'm gonna say it. Because here on Raw Truth Media, not just my channel, but the Post channel and Chief Bartran, we're not yes men. And we're definitely not employed by their families. So we're gonna say anything we want to say. We're gonna be respectful. No one's saying don't be close to his father. No one's saying uh, to be distant. But it's really hard to diss a man who, if Jermaine Jackson was not involved, would LaMelo be the number 3 overall pick?
No.
Absolutely
No,
not.
because the NBA was against him. The NBA was saying that you need to go back to high school. So they needed JJ, a man who's played in the NBA, who has connections, to rectify the problem. JJ has
And that,
not said not one thing bad about LeVar. He is focused. He does uh and he mentioned Puma, right? That Puma
mm-hmm.
money that he gives JJ, guess where he gives it to? His AU team, his school teams. That's doing well, by the way, that's changing kids' lives. You see, they didn't mention that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And when you're a manager of a player, you always get a cut of what the shoe deal does. Am I lying on that?
For sure.
Kobe,
Yes.
LeBron,
For sure.
even Kareem back in the day, even Magic Johnson in his Converse, I'm sure his manager got a cut of something.
Mama, who was the manager, yes, she got a cut.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
here's the truth. The truth is, he was mad because he wasn't the one being the one involved in all that, and it was JJ. That's all it is. So he was mad because of that. That's just what I think. We got to speak facts on situations like that. Again, this is not here. No one's trying to diss LeVar, quote unquote. We're just saying how we think about the interview. So what do y'all got for that?
Man, I say that I think, honestly, it's time for the interviews to stop. You know, that's what I say. I think that there was a deal on the table in New Zealand that got fumbled because loose lips sink ships. I believe that. I believe had that not been said, maybe Jello would be in New Zealand right now. You know, but again, the the tendency to want to be involved, the self-absorption has paid a price, bro. This is me talking, right? Nobody else. You know, um, because every time and now, that Vlad interview not only created that situation today, but Alan Foster's back saying what he's saying. He responded to the interview, so it's all around a mess. You got when you don't live. See, here we go. I got to say it. Gratitude is something that he needs to learn. Be grateful, man. Be grateful that the Most High has blessed you the way He has already. You know, Seeking doing this is like I don't have when you have, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're living very well right now in the estate. Chill in your estate. You got grandbabies on the way, baby. You got grandbabies here.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on your grandbabies. Focus on those things and let your sons be men and cook. There is nothing wrong with them spreading their wings, especially when LaMelo has said over and over again that the inspiration for LaFronce, Mr. One-on-One, every move that LaMelo Ball has made, he says, I am doing so because my father inspired it. And you are on Vlad complaining when your son is doing this? When instead you should be cuffing him
Mm.
publicly. Come here, boy. Use your mouth. Come here, boy. When he was on that damn estate, instead of showing those shoes, LeVar should have been sitting there with him, cuffing him. I'm proud of you, boy. I'm going to tell the world this. I don't hear it, and that bothers me. I don't hear it. You
Super.
know, I do. That bothers me. I'm about to stop. That bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Number one, it feeds his enemies. It allows individuals to create a wedge or to narrate a wedge for their own damn channels and everything. It is what it is, you know, to create a narrative, right? and then keeping the rest. I don't care what's going on behind the door. Out front, I'm proud of you. To the back, look, Jermaine, come here, let's talk. I have these concerns. Okay, LeVar, this, that, and the other, and end it there. That's it. That's all. Nothing more. Deal with Allen. Let that whatever that is. You talking about you want to take care of this on the interview? Yeah, I'm going to have to take care of this. LaMelo can focus on basketball. Well, forget about Jermaine for a minute. Turn to Allen to deal with that issue, which is still out there first. So that if anybody really wants to invest in the brand, they can. No one is going to invest in no brand under an active legal issue. No one's going to do that. Nobody smart will do that. So that's all I got to say, man. Enough of the interviews, man. Focus on rocking, and also rocking LaFrance and rocking those Pumas ain't going to destroy BBB. Hell, in fact, I think it'll help it.
So
go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, because I've been itching over here, because I think what people missing and what is been clear to me, it's never been about his boys. It's never been about his boys. It's always been about him. He wants to be the star. He don't like him. He got two sons that win the top three. Another son that been a walk-on an NBA franchise. A walk-on.
What?
Like on an NBA franchise. Two sons that got big bags from the NBA. Big bags. And living beautifully in a big baller estate. Like usually parents, they just would be so elated. It wouldn't matter about no brand. It wouldn't matter about nothing. I've raised my boys to be good boys. Now they grown into men, and they doing what they love to do, how they want to do it. I'm super ecstatic, and that's that. Nope, you got him talking about, oh, that Puma, that ain't his first signature shoe. That shoe ain't nothing. This is the real MB1s. This, that, and the other. You got him, vote for DeJounte Murray type of for the All-Star. I never hear him vote for LaMelo Ball in the All-Star, except for when it's, both my boys, the Ball stars. No. Lonzo's not having an All-Star type of season. It's Melo. Just give his flowers. And it's a shame that he can't, just because his son, Melo, is doing it huge as far as his popularity, the way he carries himself on and off the court is doing it huge. And Puma is doing it huge because of LaMelo and how he's doing his thing on and off the court. And so all he can look at is, man, you could have been doing that for BBB and blew me up. That interview that he had where he called me, when he called me out in his interview, what did he say? They said, man, how about your boys? Oh, my boys is going to do their thing. I'm the baddest man walking on 2 feet. See, right there. He said, how about your boys doing their thing in the NBA? Oh, yeah, my boys going to do their thing. I'm the baddest man walking on 2 feet. Well, what your boys doing their thing? See, that just rubs me the wrong way, and it tells me a lot about this guy. If it ain't shoes he can sell, he want to sell you tires. If it ain't tires, it's hot sauce. If it ain't hot sauce, it's water. It's all these silly things, and he trying to just make a name for himself when then you've been done that. That was done in high school with these boys. They really like the first YouTube real sensations that went from high school YouTube and took it on to the NBA court and was successful. So you can rest your neck and get your, be there with your wife and your grandbabies, like you said, Bartron. So I just think LeVar, man, he's pathetic, bro. He's pathetic.
This man has 2 sons.
When Michael Jordan, one more before I go, Michael Jordan mama made it the deal for Michael Jordan that he got right now today. You ain't never heard her say nothing.
Right.
You didn't even know that until you watched that Air movie, and she made the deal like he needs the percentage of everything Jordan on it.
Yes.
And they was like, "What? We can't do no." Well, okay, but you don't hear her. Yeah, I made that happen. I'm the baddest woman walking on 2 feet. No, no, she ain't said nothing.
The man
You know, it's
has.
funny. People thought this stream was going to be some kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya.
Oh yeah, let them say it. Let them say it. It was said. It was hell. It was said already. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, I bet some people are like, man, I ain't realize they would go in like this. Man, we're pro truth. Uh, that's something that we all can agree on, right? Pro truth.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
And for the one that bugs me as a brother that grew up with a great father that grew up with a family believing we're all in this together. It's the airing out stuff that doesn't make you look bad because this is not. It makes your son look bad. See, when he says something, when LeVar says something, people are, oh, that's just LeVar talking shit. But when it goes against his, like, when you're not even propping up his shoe, that's your son's shoe. When you're scoffing off, oh, that's just Puma.
And not just to add to that, DJ. Not only is
Yeah,
that your son's shoe, that your son's shoe is the best-selling basketball shoe on the planet. Go ahead,
yeah, it is selling, man. It's selling like hotcakes right now.
especially the MB1s.
Oh yeah, those are selling, man. Those are selling. You go and Pope. I know you've been to AAU tournaments. These kids are wearing that like 90 going north, dog.
Sheesh. Sheesh.
Like the person that came on to say hating on family. There was nothing that we even said. We just reacting that was already stated. I mean, we didn't go up in there on Vlad TV and just air out dirty laundry for the world to hear.
This is all public.
Yeah,
You
this
can
is all
just type
public
it up.
information.
You can type it up. It's very easy to find.
You could go on YouTube, Google, shit. You can go on Twitter and Facebook and look it up. Just put LeVar Ball flat, and you'll see it.
And see, DJ and Bertrand, I started smashing him because once I seen it's not about his boys, I'm like, oh, you fooled us. You fooled us. I thought you was really going hard for these boys, and that's what it was about. And you fooled us. And I'm not no fool. So when I seen it for what it was, I gotta call him to the carpet.
That's right. And I will continue to do so. Now there's a way I'll do it. I'm not gonna jump into his personal, talk about his teeth and all that madness. I ain't gonna do that.
No, definitely not me, because I got some fucked up teeth too. Hello.
I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But if the facts that are on the ground and the truth that's out there, yeah, I'm gonna speak to that. Whether it's praise, and I've praised LeVar. I haven't. It's been praised. There would be no G League if it wasn't for the JBA. That was built. That was made in direct response to the JBA. The
Mm-hmm.
NBA did not have that until the JBA was made. You know, so even other things, NIL deals, all that stuff came in response to the VAR ball. All of that stuff came in response to LaMelo and Jello signing their deals early, and everything, and putting them
Hey,
in a conundrum.
watch this, Bertrand. But was it LeVar or was it Aaron?
It was Allen.
Yeah,
It was it was
Allen. Yeah,
Allen.
was it Allen?
It was Allen. Yeah, Allen. It was Allen, and they were together. Allen, LeVar, Allen, whoever it was. In response to it, the NBA responded, and the shoe companies responded. You know what I'm saying? So, so that to me was revolutionary, man. But now it's about executing it, and I am absolutely sure, man, that other people who are watching this, who are doing it now quietly, they'll look and say, I like this part of it. Running to Vlad, I'm not gonna do that though. You know, They got their own savants and their own geniuses that they're raising in sports and other areas. And they'll see it and they'll say, okay, we can do these as other parents have done. Coco Golf's parents has done it. Venus and Serena, Richard did it with them. Tiger Woods' father did it with him, and many others. To varying degrees of success and or failure. If the parents were if the parents overreached, it became a nightmare. The best ones, like Richard, after Venus and Serena went to other coaches after a certain part of their career, I did not hear Richard Williams go on some show to trash Venus and Serena's coaches, to trash their deals. Richard was there with that camera, taking those pictures. Whenever they put a microphone to his face, he said, "My daughters is gonna whoop everybody." That's all he said, and everything. And there was one reporter that tried to ask, these reporters, they tried to add a little slick question about Serena's play. And you was once her coach, so what would you suggest? And Richard said, she needs to make adjustments. And they asked him, what adjustments? And he said, Serena wouldn't like it if I said it. So she knows what she needs to do. And Serena wouldn't like it if I told you this. Huh?
Hello.
So he respected his daughter enough, right? Even though he knows, because he coached her, he knows her tendencies. He said, she knows what to do. And I'm not going to say it. I'm going to go and watch her. And whatever else is being said, it's said behind the door, So to me, it's really, it's and this is why I've said what I've said over the years. And though I think I went too far in some things that I said, not the truth that I said, but there's ways I could have maybe said it to get it across. But I stand on what I said, man. He run his mouth too much. He wants to be in the spotlight too much. When he got 2 NBA players with his name on their jerseys, one is the most popular in the world. What more do you want?
What more do you want from me?
I'm just saying.
Are you not entertained?
A face of a whole shoe. He will be LaMelo when it's said and done. If this things go the way they're planning, he will be the Michael Jordan of Puma.
Correct.
What are we talking about here?
Correct. That's they cash cow.
What?
Go ahead, Carl.
This through wasn't it LaMelo that kind of arranged for Scoot to kind of get onto Puma? I mean, it wasn't that was. I mean, so it's
yes.
What?
Puma is, they do smart business. I'm realizing this. They just signed 2 fifth graders, the Jolly Twins, 5th graders, and they the truth though. If you don't know the Jolly Twins is, go check out them youngsters on Instagram. The Jolly Twins and Puma just signed them boys. Just like they seen it coming with LaMelo, they seen it coming with Nipsey, they seen it coming with Scoop. They get ahead of the curve, and them snatching up first Nipsey, then snatching up LaMelo. Nipsey on the rap side, LaMelo on the basketball side. You can get no better. You can't get no better. And so Puma's making all the right decisions and moves. And LaMelo and Jermaine Jackson seeing that. It's so unfortunate that LeVar Ball can't see that. And he's so blinded by him wanting to be the star. Like, bro, you it's like, right, God don't like ugly. And I'm just saying, man, that's some ugly stuff. And I wouldn't, probably reasons why Jello having issues he having, Lonzo too, and LaMelo. Hopefully he the one to get him out because he doing a lot of good things. Like you say, as far as with the AAU, he's still in with the kids. He's somebody, all these young kids they look up to, man. They want to be like. So he might be able to break that curse that LeVar is trying to put on his family. Because to me, Like this type of stuff don't happen. It don't happen without a real. I'm a spiritual person, not a religious person. But Tina catching a stroke at a young age. Uh, uh, all this stuff that happened. Leangelo getting caught with them glasses in China, so on and so forth. God don't like ugly, and so he said, "Yeah, the young one, I'm gonna let him live. I'm gonna let him live. But these other, y'all gonna suffer a little bit in this ball family
and
situation."
and I pray that I pray that Tina gets healthy, man. Man, I wonder if she never had that stroke, man. If she never had a stroke, they would be in better position right now.
Now they be divorced.
No, I ain't going that far. I ain't going. We ain't
Yeah,
got to do that.
she ain't. I don't
No,
think she strikes me as a woman who's trying to take the spotlight from her kids. And when she would have seen that this dude, that's what he really on. Like, yeah, no. I don't think. I think it would have been a lot of conflict. I think she would have told him, bro, sit down and shut up. Sit. Our boys is doing lovely. Shut your ass up and sit down somewhere.
Yeah, because she rock Puma. She do that.
Come on, man. She love her boys. She don't care about no damn brand. She love her boys, and that would have been a conflict. If you got your husband, he's starting to show. He's showing the world it's about the brand, not about the boys.
Yeah. And
and
Jermaine had Jello right too. I'm sorry. Go ahead, DJ.
oh yeah, he so did.
He had Jello right, man, in shape and everything.
You
That was the
talking
best
about
debut.
JJ?
Yes.
Yeah, that summer
Yes, for
league.
sure.
Jermaine Jackson had Jello right for
Super.
that summer league. In shape, everything. He had him right. And he went away from him. Hey, it's what it is. Mhm.
Now, for those who are listening, uh, they'll take a clip in here and there and say, panel has a different opinion. And all opinions are embraced. That's how you engage in mature conversations. We're all grown men. So you know how
Hey,
it is. It's just straight
hey.
up real talk. Uh, in the wise words of LeVar, as we mentioned, let's switch gears.
Real quick,
Yeah.
DJ. Real quick,
Yeah.
DJ. Anyone has an issue with what I'm saying? Chief Bartram is my channel. Come by.
Well, you
Yeah,
heard
and
it
I'm
from
I'm, almo- I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, DJ.
the old
I'm
Yep,
I'm
man.
that's
I'm,
right.
I'm
You're doing
15
your thing,
away.
brother.
So
And if you
15
haven't,
away.
oh, sorry
Hmm?
about that. I said if you haven't, for those who are listening, if you haven't subscribed to the Pope B. Frank or Chief Bartran, uh, go ahead and do it. Get them to 1,000 or even more. Like, shoot for 10,000, shoot for 20,000. You never know with these things. So subscribe to the channels. These are good brothers. Mellowholic says, "Great to hear you all on here." Oh yeah, you already know. See, you got Bartran's channel. It's in the comments. Y'all know, and then on YouTube search is the Pope B. Frank. And like you heard
I'm about to
today,
put it in right now.
he don't hold nothing back. He has his own opinion, and he stands on his opinion. Uh, who in the Hornets game, family? You guys on the panel, who were you impressed with besides LaMelo and Brandon Miller, of course, if you were? Who were you impressed with from the Hornets besides them, and why?
You go ahead, Pope. Cook.
Okay, well, PJ. I was impressed with PJ. His game, even in preseason, that little new move he got where he bounced people off that shoulder and inside the paint, and he hit you with that little floater right there. He's seen as patting that, and it no matter who it is. Like he got that from Gordon Hayward a little bit, but he a little stronger than Gordon. So Mark Williams, yeah, definitely. But PJ and Mark Williams, uh, definitely. I liked it that game. I didn't like Melo too much tonight.
I said that I expected one of the things I wanted to see from Mark Williams is for him to have a double double. So he had one tonight. That should be every game, especially with the pick and roll of Melo. You know, 10 points. I'm not talking about 20 or 30 points, but dominating that glass is very important for this team. And his presence was I loved his presence when Trae Young should know better than to try Mark Williams. He learned a little bit last year. I guess he thought it was a fluke. When Trae Young went in for that layup and he put up there so nice and light, Mark jumped up and snatched that thing from the air. You know, that's what centers are supposed to do. You know, with respect to the Wimbies and to the other unicorn centers, that type of center will take you once, whenever and if the Hornets ever get pieces around that team where they can make runs into the playoffs. You need a Mark Williams. You need him. And I just like his interior presence, even though Steve Clifford said that he can eventually become a three-point shooter. I really don't want him to do that too much. I don't want him shooting too many threes. I want him in the paint on the pick and roll. I don't want him popping. I want him rolling. You know what I'm saying? I want him going for the dunks. I want him to block shots. I want him to rebound. I want him to intimidate. And I like what he's doing. There were some last year who didn't like that pick. I loved it because he's not trying to do too much. He knows what to be when LaMelo penetrates. When LaMelo goes to the basket. He knows what to be. He has good hands. He catches LaMelo's passes, and other players' passes I noticed too. So, the Hornets have their center, PJ Washington's first game. I want to see more of this from PJ. I like what he did tonight. I want to see more. I want to see him string some games together because PJ will have these type of games. And then the next game, he'll disappear. So I want to see him string together some games. I like the game tonight. I want to see him do it because if PJ can consistently play this type of game without Miles, once Miles returns, then the Hornets are going to be dangerous.
Brother Bartrand, but I just want you to think about this though, because with PJ, unlike Miller, he PJ got his money in the paint. He been doing that all preseason. Like I've seen a different PJ since preseason, consistent every time he on the court. He getting them same shots that he got tonight and making them on a consistent basis. And I believe like what he's doing will continue. Like what Miller is doing, no.
I hope so. I think he will be inconsistent. His first year, I think so. Rookies are inconsistent. So, but yeah, he'll be inconsistent. Yeah, he'll have ups and downs. It's all the rookies are going to have ups and downs, all of them. So, I'll let him get some more season under his belt.
Hey, one quick DJ, both of y'all, did y'all see the commercial? All the first round rookies, all of them damn near, all the first round rookies speaking about they opening NBA night. Did y'all see that commercial?
I didn't see that commercial.
I didn't see it.
I got it on my channel. I need to go check it out. There's only one rookie. Every rookie spoke about they opening night and how they feel about opening night NBA. There's one rookie that was missing. Who you think it was?
The way you talking about is Brandon Miller.
Correct. One rookie. The number 2 pick is the only rookie that didn't make that commercial out of the first round. They went all the way to number 32nd pick had a speaking. Like I said, boy, yeah, Miller wasn't in it.
Well, maybe he'll be in the next one.
That really confused me. I don't know what y'all think about like how the number 2 pick is left out of that commercial with all the first rounders in it.
He might be in the next one.
Weird to me.
We'll see. He'll be in the next one, maybe. We'll see.
Right now, next opening night commercial. There's no more opening night.
We'll see. We'll see.
Before I wrap up the stream, man, like you guys had the floor, man. Any last words about this game with the Hawks? Like what the Hornets show you guys, and do you think they can really have a special season.
No special season, but I knew that they would win this game. I feel like every time Melo starts out the season with his team set for last year, they Hornets always strike out hot. They go on a good 4 or 5 game winning streak early in the season when people trying to figure out their rotations, and they beat teams. Yeah, they beat teams. So not surprised they won tonight. Uh, but thank you, DJ, for letting me up here. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor as always. I ain't been up here in a minute. So thank you, man. I'm about to go and watch Scoop get the loot.
No doubt.
Good night,
man.
everybody.
Good night.
Shout out to the Pope.
I would say I want to watch Mark Williams. I want to see his growth. I think he has Defensive Player of the Year in all NBA defense potential. You know, if he keeps performing like he's doing tonight, he's going to get the attention of quite a few, especially when he blocks great. When he blocked Trey tonight, when he started blocking others, if he should give Wembanyama any type of problems, he'll be on the radar whenever they play the Spurs. LaMelo Ball, scoring wise, you know, he had a slow start, he was very slow, but a 15-10 where six players from the Hornets were all in double-digit scoring, that's good. With the win, balanced scoring. LaMelo doesn't. There will be times when maybe LaMelo has to put up a 30-piece, which he's capable of doing, you know, or even a 40-piece. He's capable of scoring those points. But I would prefer, believe it or not, now there's some who focus too much on the points part of it. If LaMelo has an overall game, 18 or 20 points, 10 assists, and the rest of his team is cooking and winning, then that's what a point guard is supposed to do, DJ.
Absolutely.
He's supposed to make sure his team is cooking, you know, and then LaMelo can be plug and play as needed from game to game. There may be other games we have to rebound a little bit more. There may be other games where he may have to score a little bit more. But overall, is if he's getting production from his other teammates, then LaMelo, and he has this personality, he'll continue to feed them and let them cook the whole game. And he'll get 10, 11 to 12 assists, 13, you know, rack up the assists, let them cook, let them get hot. That helps him. And then he can pick his spots. He can close games out, you know, when needed. And then the team can be on cruise control on the fast speed because LaMelo is a Lamborghini, you know, and everything. So that's what I see. That's what I want to see. And and so the joy of the journey, DJ, is that everything don't have to happen today, man. You know what I'm saying? You can watch it grow. That's what makes it intriguing. You know, let's see what Scoot will become. I'm very interested in seeing his growth in Portland because I think he has a great situation there. You know, I want to see him cook the other point guards. It adds the intrigue for me because I'm a basketball junkie, DJ. It doesn't matter what team. I focus on LaMelo and the Charlotte Hornets, but all other 29 teams, I have my eyes on them all. You know, as LeBron and some of the older players fade into the sunset, now the new players are coming. It's exciting to see it. And the skill level of these players, man, it's exciting to watch, you know, and everything. So that's it. You know, that's all I got to say, DJ. Hit the subscribe button. DJ, I appreciate you letting me come on. It has been a while since I've been on here. And I will be here anytime you open up this panel if I'm able to. You know, I'll drop in, brother. You know what I'm saying? And the same, and I appreciate you coming over to the BTW, man, over the Chief Bartram channel. And we chopped it up over there a couple of times, man. So I appreciate you coming over. And there's always an open invitation. I don't usually use StreamYard, but there's always an open invitation, DJ. You let me know. I'll set up the StreamYard. You can come by anytime, brother, because if it wasn't for you, that channel I wouldn't even have set up that channel anyway. So there's always an open invitation for you, DJ, anytime to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Hey man, I appreciate it so much, man. That's Chief Bartran. Subscribe to his channel. Uh brother, the Hornets won the game. They won the first game against a team that they were picked to lose the first game to. So this is you can only go but up. And I can't wait to see the progression. As for Brandon Miller, like I pointed out, I'm judging him like a rookie. And as a rookie, he made all the plays he needed to make. Of course, he's not going to get game planned on because he's not a starter. But for the most part, when they needed a bucket, he made the buckets, open or not. So, yeah, man, good stream, man. And when I have time, I'm always available. So, uh, yeah, we got to do more of these streams. How y'all like the stream, family? Y'all let us know in the comment section. You want me to do more streams? If so, let me know. But I think I'm able to do a post game stream. And Bartran, you got a live tomorrow, right?
I'm gonna go live tomorrow.
All right. You know what time? Or you like around noon or something?
No, right now it'd probably be towards the evening. I like to try to catch because I have
Right.
a lot of Charlotte people that come by my channel. So I like to try to catch them when they're like on their way home. So usually around 5 to 6 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock, 4 to 5 Central Time, 5 to 6 Eastern.
Yeah, y'all heard it first. And shout out Macrina. I see you, Sandra Lang. She said, great to be back. Yeah, let everybody else know uh, when you're listening to this stream or Bartran stream or even a post stream, Hoop Jargon, who you name it, anybody in this space, Flight
Yes.
Sports TV. I mean, the list goes on. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, share it on TikTok. That helps the algorithm out. And if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. And if you want all notifications through these streams, here's what you have to do. When you go to the subscribe button, push it 2 times, it says all. You click all so you can get all the notifications because I know there's people that don't get notifications of everything. So you can do it on my channel, you can do it on Bartran's and many others. Click subscribe, and there's an arrow that says all. And if you don't have a YouTube profile and you're watching in regular, what you do is just sign in with your Google account or email, Gmail account, and do it like that. That's how you support the channel. But before you leave, make sure to hit the like button. This is RawTruth Media, and I'm out.